So if I have been making some sketches, then the other designer continues and like, no, this I will take this part and this part, and then make a process so that every pattern has been made by all of the 4 of designers. And then I'm quite recently started to paint again, which I also lost after the art studies. So that's also, oh, it's very dark, but I had an exhibition in the autumn, and I really felt that that was a kickoff for me. So now I'm painting again, and that's so fun. So, as you can see, I do a lot of different kind of things, and I really, it's weird in one way that I'm standing here today because I haven't made any marketing before social media, and in one way I don't feel that I'm doing it now either, but I think it's the most important place to be right now to get your work out. And I'm gonna talk to you a bit about how I use my my social medias for displaying my work. I mostly use Instagram, and I take thousands of pictures every month. I'm a total I'm always taking photographs with my phone, always. And I always have too much pictures to take into the computer. But I really feel that it's so fun. And first of all, I started with an account that was very, in a way, personal. I called it Highway Design, but I was posting a lot of personal stuff. And then I felt that I need to take a decision how to, if I'm gonna start promoting my business or if I'm gonna have a private account, because I don't. That's just my opinion, but I don't like mixing those two. So then I started to, first of all, I started to write in English, because first I started off with Swedish. And when I started to write in English, the followers started to rise. So I think that is one thing to think about, to be very available, so that it's always fun to see nice pictures, but you want to understand what's behind the picture. So I started to write in English, and I started to be like more business-minded, and then I opened another account that my personal private account, where I post pictures of my kids and my tulips. So I try to be personal but not private. I think it's really important that you not only show your products and what you do, because then it's getting maybe a bit too much of that. You need to show the person behind, and I think it's especially important in my branch. Yes, my field. So to show a bit about the person behind, because then the designs get more and more like interesting if you know who's making it. So as you can see, I'm gonna see if I can scroll it down. As you can see, I do have a lot of posts with patterns. There's some new patterns, and I'm always posting when I'm painting, and I try to show my followers that it's a constant process, that it's not just to deliver ready things, but to show that it's a process, and to show that sometimes it doesn't really work. So I never post personal things, but I try to be as personal as I can. I also post a lot of movies when I'm sketching. I don't know if that's from today, my work on my table today. So I'm trying to show the process and show how I'm working, and I noticed that that's what people really like. So that was Instagram, and that's I think mainly my #1 social media that I really like using and that I'm using a lot. Ask my husband. You know, he sometimes laughs at me and yeah, because I'm using it so much. But as I said earlier, it just goes with the flow. It doesn't feel like a, yeah.
What about reactions to pictures compared to the movie clip?
Yeah, well, movie clips get a lot of response, and I think it's fun for the followers to really see how they are created and how they are born. So movies get a lot of feedback, and I have 3,582 followers on Instagram. So that's quite good. And hålla på röran här.
Has it risen like evenly, or did you notice? Well, you said you switched to English, but what else? Is there anything else you noticed when you did this? How do people find you? Why did they start following you?
I don't know. It would be fun to know why they following me. First of all, yeah, since I started with this Scandinavian pattern collection, and since I started to try to be a bit more commercial in my updates, then I think that the last years it's been growing, and now it's constantly growing. I have every day several new followers, so I think it's when you have a lot of followers, you're gonna get more easily. So I believe that it's a lot of women following me, young women with young children. I feel that the most of my followers are women in my situation, in my age. And then I have a lot of colleagues following me that also are working with the same design illustrations, and also shops and my retailers and people like that.
Does this mean you have made 4,566 posts?
Yeah, 4,560.